I met with a couple the other night about selling their home, and the wife used one word I don't want any of my clients to ever use. Find out what that word is. This is day 31 of Mark Madness. Hey everyone, and welcome to day 31 of Mark Madness. It's our final episode of the 2018 season. I'm your host, Mark J. Schmidt of Remax Country and MoveMeMark.com. Now, as you're probably aware by now, Mark Madness has been happening all March long, and it's where I've been giving you great tips, advice, ideas, suggestions, everything to make your next move a huge success. Be sure to look back on every single day in March on my Facebook page at facebook.com/MoveMeMark so you can catch up on anything you've missed. But thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. So, like I said in the intro, I met with some clients the other day, and the wife used the one word that I really don't want to hear my clients use. And that word is overwhelm. She said, "Oh, you know what? We've lived here for so long and we want to sell our home. We want to move so we can be closer to our son. And I'm just feeling so overwhelmed." And I said, "You know what? I got great news for you. You don't have to feel overwhelmed." And here's what I told her. You know, the fact is that it's a big process selling your home. It's also a big process buying your next home. But you know what? When you've got a big home and now you're like, I got to downsize, I've got to empty out all these rooms, I got to figure out what to do with all the stuff we've been collecting over decades in the basement, in the attic, and in the garage, it can be overwhelming. One thing I told her is that, you know what? Whenever I help a client, you don't have to worry about a thing because I do all the worrying for you. You can just sit back and relax. Now, part of what I do is, you know, it's sort of like, have you ever heard the old expression, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's what I do. I help my clients understand that, you know what? If you just look at this house and say, oh, we got to do everything, it can be overwhelming. But when you break it down and you say, okay, I go through the house with them and I say, okay, you should paint this room. You should just caulk that tub over there, and you do this and that. And I tell them what they really need to do. Then all of a sudden it's not so intimidating. Okay? And then when they understand the rest of the process, how we get their home on the market, how we, hold showings, what we do about open houses and offers that we get, and then going through the contract process, it becomes a lot less overwhelming. What I was delighted about is that this woman called me a couple hours after we met, and she said, I feel a lot better after meeting with you. And that is what I want everyone to feel like. There's no reason you need to feel overwhelmed or anxious or anything negative like that when selling your home. Is it a big job? Yeah, it is. There's a lot that goes into it. But the good news is that I've been doing this since 2002. I've helped a lot of people go through the process. And I know what you should do to do things in the right order, to do it as stress-free as possible. And, I even told her, I have access to different people who can help along the way. So if they need a painter, if they need a mover, if they need a locksmith or an electrician or a plumber, we know people who can do a good job for them. They're part of our team. And no matter where you are, what part of the country, if you have a need to sell your home in another part of the country, please call me. I can help you there too. We'll find you someone good to work with. But the fact of the matter is, you need to work with someone who's going to be able to do that, to guide you through the process and make sure you can get through it in the most stress-free way possible. So listen, don't be overwhelmed. And most importantly, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, please give me a call anytime. What we can do is we can put a plan together for you. So instead of just being like, I've got this big mountain of stuff to do, we can kind of chunk it down, if you will, and say, okay, you got to do this first, then you do this, then you do this. It's so much easier when you kind of have a track to run on. You have some sort of guide guiding you along the way. I'm that guide. So please give me a call anytime. You can reach me at 908-705-5110. And of course, you can always check out my website where I've got a fantastic blog. I've got a home search. You even get a market snapshot for your home. That's at www.MoveMeMark.com. But listen, thank you so much for another exciting season of Mark Madness, and I hope to see you really soon. Have a great day.